The air in the livery stable clung to Jedediah like a shroud, thick with the scent of sandalwood. A twisted a familiar ache in his chest, a phantom echo of his late wife, Sarah. He knelt beside the blood stain on the dirt floor, the smell intensified here. Clem stood sentinel by the stable door, his young face grim. He was certain it was a warning. "Marshal?" Jedediah asked, his voice low, examining a hoofprint pressed deep into the packed earth. "That's what Mr. Thorne says," Clem replied, his gaze fixed on the surrounding buildings, as if expecting another attack. "Says he paid the man, he doesn't know his name, to send a message." Elias Thorne sat on a weathered bench inside the livery, his hands trembling as he fidgeted with the cuffs of his expensive shirt. He looked every inch the grieving brother, but Jedediah's years on the force had taught him to see beyond the surface. "You said this man was to send a message, Mr. Thorne, not to kill him." Jedediah rose, his gaze unwavering. Thorne's eyes darted to the floor. He was supposed to frighten him, to make him stop digging. Silas was asking too many questions. "About what, Mr. Thorne?" Jedediah pressed. "About the shipping company," Thorne mumbled. "Out of New Orleans. They import exotic goods." Jedediah considered this. Silas Blackwood, poking around the New Orleans shipping company. It reeked of something deeper than a simple shipping dispute. He remembered the ruby nestled amongst the wildflowers near the stable, an anomaly in this rugged landscape, and the wooden bird intricately carved, found beside it. A calling card, perhaps. "You're not telling me everything, Mr. Thorne." Thorne shook his head, tears welling in his eyes. "I swear, Marshal, I don't know anything more." Silas was obsessed. He said the company was involved in something illegal, something dangerous. Outside, the town of Redemption remained shuttered, the residents trapped in a web of fear and superstition. A curse, they whispered, reckoning for past sins. Jedediah dismissed it as the ramblings of frightened people, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something ominous hung over the town. "Did Silas mention specifics? Names? Cargo?" Jedediah questioned. He was secretive. Said he was close to uncovering something big, something that could ruin people. Thorne's voice cracked. He had a contact in New Orleans, a man he only knew as the Nightingale. Silas said the Nightingale was feeding him information. "And you didn't know who this Nightingale was?" "No, I swear." Thorne trailed off, his shoulders slumping. Jedediah turned to Clem. "Take Mr. Thorne to the chair. Make sure he's comfortable." Clem nodded and escorted Thorne away, the man's sobs echoing in the stillness. Jedediah walked out of the livery, the scent of sandalwood clinging to his coat. He looked up at the setting sun, the fiery glow casting long shadows across the desert landscape. The case was far from closed. He felt it in his bones. Silas Blackwood hadn't just stumbled upon a shipping dispute. He's uncovered something far more significant. He glanced down at the hoofprints again, his gaze settling on a faint, almost imperceptible mark beside one of them. It wasn't the print of a horse. It was smaller, more delicate, like a child's shoe. He knelt down, brushing away the dust to get a better look. It was indeed a small shoe, worn and scuffed, but unmistakably present. The scent of sandalwood intensified. He felt a cold shiver crawl down his spine. He looked towards the Thorne estate, looming in the distance, bathed in the dying light. The words Silas Blackwood had spoken before he died replayed in Jedediah's mind. Remember. Remember what? Who? Jedediah knew he had only scratched the surface of a conspiracy that ran deeper than he could possibly imagine, and somewhere the child was involved.